Hello, Las Vegas. I'm Mel Tiller, your host, and you're listening to Keeping It 100 with Mel and Bruce, sponsored by the 100 Black Men of Las Vegas. What they see is what they'll be. Today's guest is doing some great work in our community, some wonderful things for the veterans in our community. He is the co-founder of an organization called Forgetten Not Gone. His name is Peter Guidry III. Peter, welcome to the show.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. It's a blessing to have a fellow veteran to be able to speak with today. Appreciate
Hoorah.
it. Thanks, sir.
Nothing like the United States Marine Corps, nothing like those who serve our country in the United States Armed Forces. And
Yes,
every day that gets to be a subject of great pride. I always enjoy meeting veterans, always enjoy meeting those who have served our country. But
yes,
you
sir.
are quite a bit different. You know how dangerous it is to serve our country. You know that when people go into the United States military, quite often they do not come back whole. That is, they don't come back with all of their limbs, they don't come back with a whole body, or they come back with a mind that has been damaged. But you decided to do something about it. You created an organization called Forgetten Not Gone. Tell us about your organization.
So Forgotten Not Gone started right here in Las Vegas, September 2013, and started from a place of desperation. The previous year, I went to the War-Related Illness Center at the Palo Alto VA. So the local VA here sent me to Palo Alto in Northern California at Stanford Hospital. I was able to get a full evaluation for a week, all the different, a full body examination, all the different ailments. I had a lot of immune issues and I plaguing injuries for over a decade. So finally had somebody to look at all my records and figure out what's going on and get some solutions. And part of that at the War-Related Illness Center, when it came to mental health, they had told me, and also for dealing with my back spasms that was leading to the depression, they recommended a recumbent trike, which is a three-wheel bicycle. So they had a lot of positive things about it. They kind of sound like some hippies, you know, they in Northern California. But I said, hey, you know, they
wait, hold on, wait a minute. You go to these guys, you tell these guys, I've been having these issues for years. I got a bad back, something's wrong, I'm depressed, I got issues going on, and they tell you to go ride a bicycle.
Yeah, I'm suicidal and homicidal at that time in my life.
And they're telling you, the solution, go ride a bicycle.
Ride a bicycle, that's what it was.
Okay, all right. Tell me how that worked.
Well, it was unbelievable reality come true. You know, when I got back to Las Vegas with my prescription, I went through, you know, fighting for 6 months. And they said, even though the VA recommended it as a prescription, and they do give out those bikes in California, here in Las Vegas, we will not do that for you.
Wow.
And so,
okay.
So yeah, so that was early 2012 during the summertime, or 2012 when I got back from the War-Related Illness Center. And then 2013, after fighting with them, we just kind of gave up on that. And then all of a sudden, I got a letter in the mail from Citibank offering me a personal loan. And that was the first time I used to work at Citibank. I was a personal banker. So this is the first time Citibank gives me a pre-approved offer. I was like, man, let's go check this out. I go down there, they give me $13,000 spot 2 hours later. And so I had $13,000 in cash, and we went up to St. George in Utah to Utah Trikes and bought our first 2 trikes. And
wait a minute. Okay, so explain this bike to me, because this does not sound like a regular bike. You know, I mean, I can't just go out to any old store and pick up this special bike.
Yeah, well, that's why I had to go to St. George, Utah, to Utah Trikes to get it. So I got the first 2 bikes, but these were 3-wheel bicycles. They had handicap accessible features, just like I'm sitting in my chair right now. Yeah. That's the position you're riding the bike. So your feet are in the air. It's just like you're sitting on your butt. So sometimes veterans are riding like this. I call it the retirement riding. So I feel like I'm just farting around.
And for the radio, he leaned back and put his hands behind his head. Now, that is not a normal way to ride a bicycle. Okay, don't try that at home. All right.
Yeah, so that was the genesis of getting those two bikes. So my wife had a bike who is also a Air Force veteran. We both did security forces together, and that's how we met each other. Well, 25 years. We'll be married next week to each other, but we both got a bike together. I got what's called a Velomobile, and she got a cat trike, recumbent trike. So she had a 3-wheel bicycle, and I had the same thing, but my bicycle has a shell on it. So if you remember the old school soap derby racing things used to go downhill on.
Yes.
Yeah, same concept. It's just a bicycle, 3-wheel bicycle with a shell on it. So
okay, so tell me about how much do these bicycles cost, or
well, at the
tricycles?
time, well, I spent the $12,500 he had gave me at that time because it was a military discount. We were just starting our nonprofit, so I was able to walk out the door with that. For those two bikes, it cost that much, but that's without upgrades. You know,
Wow.
today, you know, those same bikes that we have seven models of that same Velomobile that I originally bought.
Yes.
And those are about 13,000 a piece because they have fully electric assist, turn signals, everything. So what we've done over the years, and not just get the bikes like I originally started with, we have fully custom handicap accessible trikes for any different type of veteran, no matter what your condition, your physical limitation. We have hand cycles, we have tandem quads. Lasher Sports is a hand cycle company here in town. We just purchased 4 $23,000 double E battery recumbent trikes. What I'm telling you is you can't upgrade a bike any more than these custom bikes we have for our veterans. So
you're telling me just for just about any injury
yes,
that
sir.
a veteran has,
exactly.
you can put them in a bike.
Yes, sir. My wife just recently of October, she was having vestibular issues, falling to the ground. So she started walking with a cane. And she was very depressed toward the end of last year because we're used to being active people the last 9 years.
Right.
And so having her physical ability robbed from her, you know, and being stuck in a house for a couple of weeks is really plaguing her. So I was able to get her in one of our tandem quad bikes. So even though she couldn't really pedal herself, I have electric assist. So I was able to pedal for her, but she was able to still get outdoors, get some of that wind therapy in her face. Saturday night, you know, Las Vegas, having a good time with her spouse. And that's how we're helping these veterans overcome their depression, not telling you to get over it, but being a service and providing an incredible resource from you that you can't get in the store. These are custom specialized trikes that are helping these veterans fight back and get their independence and feel like their life has meaning and value again.
All right, somebody wants to go. No. Somebody wants to go for a ride. Tell us, how do they get in contact with you?
So forgottennotgone.org is our website. You bear with us. We just got keys to a brand new location here in North Las Vegas. We're located right off of Craig and between Valley and Allen. We're about a block from Craig and Decatur. We took over the old mattress store, and right next door to us, Rise Dispensary is opening up a new dispensary. So I know we're going to get a lot of veterans naturally coming to see our place. We're going to take some of those veterans from the, you know, after they finish the dispensary, they, you know, they turn that frown upside down. Then they come all over to us. We'll get them on our bikes and we'll give them better solutions than, you know, all these other options that they may have.
Oh, that's fantastic. How large is your fleet?
So right now we just received 12 new Dumont cat trikes. So cat trike is a manufacturer. The Dumont is the model. And they're cat trikes, meaning they have electric assist. We received 12 yesterday. So we just hired a disabled veteran that's a Navy vet and put him back to work. And so now he's going to be building these bikes for our veterans. So we got a disabled veteran being put back to work, putting these bikes together for our veterans. And as soon as he's done, we're going to have our grand opening. We're doing our best to have a grand opening Sunday, August 6th. That's what we're shooting for right now. We're in the process of doing the build out. As soon as we have that in, then we can start giving an actual daily schedule where we're saying, okay, we have 24 of these type of bikes, different recumbent trikes, quad bikes available on a daily basis at this times. We just need to August 6th to be able to roll out all the new times, because we're getting the bicycle shop, all the furniture and all the bikes put together right now.
Well, that's fantastic. Tell me how this works. If I come in and I'm a disabled vet, I need to ride a bike, I want to ride a bike, this is going to help me. Is there a cost to this, or is it free? How does this work?
Yeah, this is free of charge, thanks to the generosity of our supporters. So people have donated plenty of bikes to us over the years, and that allows us to now use those free bikes instead of just giving it to one veteran where he could be an army of one sitting at home by himself. This bike goes into our fleet, and now every week a different veteran is coming riding out these different bikes, and so these bikes get more service out of them because it's not just for one individual. This is for a collective. This is for over the 150,000 veterans that live in the Clark County area here, free of charge. But in the meantime, every Sunday we meet at Craig Ranch Regional Park in North Las Vegas.
Yes.
And we meet at 8 o'clock for the women veterans. They launch off their rides, just the women's by themselves. And after the women get done with the ride, we have normally a group ride, or while the women are riding their bikes, a few new first-time riders come out and they do demo rides to get acclimated to learn how the trikes work. Because with everything being upgraded, like our gearing, they've never seen this type of gearing. We've got a pinion hub motor system like in our quads. We have two of those that are $2,500 parts just for a turno gear system alone. So our bikes are super customized. They take a little learning curve for them to get comfortable, but once they learn the gearing, and that's what they could do on Sunday in the meantime until we open the shop. And then they would just, throughout the week from Sunday to Thursday, they would be able to come directly to our shop on Craig Ranch in August when we have the official grand opening.
This is some fantastic information. Every Sunday at 8 a.m., Craig Ranch Regional Park. And
Yes,
you have rides for men, you've got rides for women, you have organized rides. I am extremely impressed with this. And this has been going on for 10 years now. September
will be 10 years, sir. Yes, sir.
That is absolutely sensational. Tell us some stories. Give us some success stories. You guys are doing some great work. You helped a lot of people. I'd like to hear a story.
Yeah, well, Frank Greenwood was the commander of the DAV in Northern Nevada, and he was a friend of a a Marine vet that I had known for a number of years here in Las Vegas. But he really helped me get my life together, helped me get the resources and all that stuff, and, gave me the encouragement to go to the mental health. And, I had like 3 different Marines in 1 year tell me I need to get to mental health. So I finally accepted that maybe I need to go. I said, well, if 3 Marines tell you,
3 Marines tell you, yeah. Oh, yeah.
3 different Marines from 3 walks of life. Like, yeah, maybe I need to get some help.
Oh, I love this. And now you were the co-founder, and you
and my wife,
this along with your wife. Let's give some love out to your wife. What's your wife's name?
My wife's name is Kelly Guidry, and she's an Air Force veteran as well, and security forces, and she did vehicle maintenance control analysis as well with me as I did at Nellis Air Force Base.
Peter and Kelly Guidry,
yes, sir.
Founders of Forgotten Not Gone. What information would you like to leave our listening audience with?
Hey, this is exactly what our veterans need, is a purpose and a value. And in 2011, both me and my wife were in the mental health hospital for extended time at Nellis. So we truly come from a horrible, shameful place that we're just no longer ashamed to tell you that story. That's where we started. We were in a psych unit. We were mentally damaged, leaving the military, and we're just picking our teeth off the floor and just now getting back our life again. So I'm just grateful to be alive. And I think it was Michael J. Fox said, optimism is sustainable with gratitude. And I'm truly just grateful that people, especially my senior veterans, have invested in my mental health. Now I can't get the stupid smile off of my face because I'm just so happy. But, they have me on psychotropics, narcotics. I was on a host of stuff, and I've been off all this stuff over 10 years. My wife's been off the liquor of over 10 years. And we just now finally got our life back. So I just say God is good. God is great. And just grateful to be alive, sir.
This is an absolute tremendous story. I'm extremely proud of you, even though you're from the Air Force, but you did listen to some Marines, so you're a good man. That's great.
They got me on what, that's why it's our whole mission is suicide prevention through veteran peer support, outdoor recreation. And those senior veterans have given us their time, the compassion, because they've been there, done that. And so I no longer have to be shamed by myself of the current condition I was in. They helped me and gave me the permission to overcome those disabilities, the despair and the depression. And they gave me common sense solutions. And same thing with the Las Vegas Vet Center and the Henderson Vet Center. I was with the veteran peer support specialists, Chris Hudson and Philippe Snow, great guys, but learning from fellow veterans that even though we're in this condition right now, we feel suicidal, embarrassment, and all these horrible things we don't want to talk about, there is solutions over suffering. And that's what they gave me, that hand up SOS, solutions over suicide.
Forgotten Not Gone. You've heard
sir.
it here on Keeping It 100 with Mel and Bruce, sponsored by the 100 Black Men of Las Vegas. What they see is what they'll be, and that's Keeping It 100.